Hi, my name is Nicolene Anley. I'm the co-founder of LunaB Ventures. I'm also an impact strategist, conservationist, and someone who's just so passionate about creating communities. So LunaB was a concept and an idea where I wanted to bring together all of my passions, which are people, fashion, and creating an impact and making a difference. So it was about finding cool brands, global brands to bring to South Africa, but in the exchange also finding cool local brands to take to a global audience. So it was an idea that started as a fun project and then ended up becoming something that is now growing and just a community that is there to support one another. I think a lot of the time businesses is something that needs to come from a personal goal. So yeah, LunaB was founded on something that is passion, that was just a deep knowing that Africa needs more global brands to come here, and also there's local brand that deserves a global stage. So if you're looking at bringing global brands to Africa, I think the most important thing you need is the network and the vision and understanding the African market, and also being quite firm with global brands that you want to do it on your own terms. I think why a lot of global brands that come here fail is because they try and copy and paste what they do in the US or the European market and try and come and do it in Africa, where Africa is a totally different beast. Like, you have a very loyal customer base here if you do it almost on our terms. And looking to expand from here into a global market is always the best way to do it, is don't do it on your own. Make sure that you find someone that already has a network in the overseas market, already have a local network to help you take it. I think the biggest thing I've learned is that brands, global and local, is all about community. You really need that community and the people around you. You're not going to do it on your own. So my advice for anyone in this industry would be find yourself a mentor, find yourself a network, make sure that you go and intern at places. Don't be scared to reach out to people, to go and spend time with them and see what it's like. You don't have to feel like you have to go and study a certain thing in order to end up where I am or where anyone in my team is. So I think the biggest thing is build your network, reach out. Don't be scared to use social media as a tool to connect with people. I think that's the most exciting thing in the day and age we live in today, is everyone is accessible to you. So just go for it. Don't be scared to send that DM. Don't be scared to go and work for a weekend or a few days and shadowing someone that you admire in the industry. So just put yourself out there. I must tell you, one of the greatest challenges is finding the right team. I mean, people are difficult, I think, and it's about finding people that are on the same wavelength as you, finding people that see your vision, sharing a vision, and just creating a team. So for me, I often believe people don't work for me or work for us as LunaB, but we all work together. So there's no hierarchy here. It's the store manager, it's their store, and I'm just a guest in their store. Anyone that builds the brand, I take advice, I think, from them. I learn so much from my team. So it's trial and error. I think that's the biggest thing in building a team, is trial and error, and also allowing your team to take the lead. That's one of the biggest things that I've learned. So my team takes the lead, I learn from them, they learn from me, and nothing is too big or too small for either of us to do. Staff. I think one of the biggest things, as I mentioned, is staff, is finding the right people. Because at the end of the day, we, as a brand, as a shop, as a business, you are nothing without the people. Not just your consumer, but also the people that help you build the brand. So I think staff has been one of the biggest challenges, finding the right locations, being able to get into big shopping centers. I think that's one of the biggest things I've learned, and why I'm so set on changing a little bit the whole fashion scene in South Africa, is because the big retailers dominate. they always get the best spaces, the best pop-ups, like the big corporates. Whereas us as brands and small startups want to get into these big spaces because we have the capital, we have the ability, and we have the right brands. But because of that dominating force of the big corporates, it's hard to get into the right position. So I think that's been the second one. And the third one is figuring out import taxes and all of those sort of things. So it's not just about bringing in a brand. Like you're like, okay, cool, I'm gonna bring in a brand, but you don't understand that the import codes are so different. So you pay whether it comes from Europe or the States or China, it's all different tiers of import taxes. So that has been a big thing. The admin that goes along with it has been one of the biggest things. And again, finding the right accountants. Don't be scared to invest in the beginning into the right team yet again to get you to where you want to be, because otherwise you're never going to get there, or you're going to get there a lot slower than if you invest the capital into your business right from the start. Threats. Interesting concept. I don't see things as threats. I mean, we do get a lot of I would say like criticism at times, or like inputs or whatever it is, but I take it all as, I think, positive, because I think when your vision is so clear, which ours is, I think for LunaB, our vision is so clear that there's nothing that can throw us off guard. You know, like we are building, I always say we're building a community. To me, I'm not building businesses or brands, I'm building a community of like-minded individuals. From where I come from is working with indigenous communities in Africa, and for me, building LunaB has been all about that. The way that I've built every single brand that we bring in, including Shimmy, the ones that's to come, is about building a community around it. The profits and the brand and all of that comes after the people. So I think that's a really important thing for me. The three top things I hope to achieve is to bring very strong and bespoke global luxury brands to Africa, to give the access to our people to be able to have it. They don't need to pay crazy import taxes in order to get it online. They don't have to get on an aeroplane and go and buy it. We want to bring the world to Africa. And then the second thing I hope to achieve is to take amazing local brands, artists and talent to a global stage, to help them with investment, to help them with the logistics that go into that, and to give them a brand that can be recognized globally, but also a team to help them achieve that. And third is to create a LunaB family of people that feel welcome, that come and hang out at our stores, that reach out to us, that can learn from us, that we can support. So yeah, community is one of the biggest things. So the best piece of business advice I have received is always remember your why. So when things get haywire, when you think, why did you start in the first place, is to go back to that why and never veer off from that. No matter how big you get, no matter how many setbacks you have, remember your why. So to me, I think that is the most important thing. A lot of the times when things are crazy, when I'm like, why did I start this? Why am I doing this? When I'm doing 100 things or working 18-hour days, it's to remember why. So again, goes back to my why, is creating a sense of belonging and community, because I believe that's what we all want. We all want to belong to something, and that is the why of this. So best piece of business advice is always remember and remind yourself of your why. So the biggest piece of advice is follow your passion. Follow something that sets your soul on fire. Don't just do something for the paycheck. Don't just do something because you feel like your parents need to tell you this is a good career to follow. Don't listen to anyone other than that voice inside of you. Like, don't let anyone tell you you can't do something, because if there's a passion inside of you, you can do it. So go for anything that sets your soul on fire, and don't settle for anything less. Because if you do something that you love, it's nonsense that you'll never work a day in your life, because you will work even harder if you go after what sets your soul on fire. But that's the only piece of advice I can give, is like, listen to that voice inside, go after that, and just don't ever settle for anything less.